Hello guys, and welcome in the 13th episode. In this episode, we will look at how we can save the results of our game. Anytime we solve any puzzle, we will actually store the result in the ini file, and then at the beginning of the game, when we are in the choose your picture scene, if the puzzle has been previously solved, there will be green mark on the top of the puzzle. Okay, let's get started. Open your project, go to the scripts, right click, create C# script. I will name it config and then open it in this Visual Studio. Right at the top, we need to make this class static. The static keyword will cause that we can access this class without creating it instance. So first of all, just remove this inherit from mono behavior, and then after public, put static. First line will be static string. Dir is equal to application.resistant data. This is the location where we will save our result file. On the Android devices, to get the location, we will use this function, but if we are building our game for the Windows, we will actually do the directory get current directory. Okay, so this is only one thing which we will have to change when we switching between Android and the PC. For now, I will just do like that, because first of all we will actually build for the PC version, and we will put another using system.io. Okay, this by putting this one, oh, accidentally we put this double twice the system collection generic. Just delete one line of it. System.io will guarantee us that this directory will be recognized. Then the next one will be static string file will be equal to, I will put at in front of the path, so I don't have to worry about putting double backslash, and then backslash. We will store our result in the puzzle.ini file. You can name this file whatever you like, but I will name it puzzle because it's gonna store the puzzle data. Okay, and then static string path, and our path will be made of directory plus file. Okay, then next one will be, we have to actually store the list of our pictures. I will create the private static list puzzle list. Okay, let's delete these functions because we won't need it. I will put new function public static void add pictures, and then as a parameter will be list picture. Okay, let's copy this one, and the puzzle is equal. I made a mistake here. This list need to be type of the picture, not the puzzles. Right? Just save. If first of all we will check if this file is already exist. If it's not, then we're gonna create a new file. Okay, so first of all put the exclamation mark and then file dot exist, and we will pass this path. If the file doesn't exist, we're gonna create the file. Create file. Okay, we don't have this function yet. Below this function, just put public static void create file, and we will pass the list pictures. We have this function now, and we have to pass this picture list to the create file here. Okay, then go back to the load pictures, and right below we will loop through all of the pictures. I will use the loop for each picture p in pits. We will have to check each individual puzzles if the puzzle has been solved or not. I will create a function check pictures. Check picture p. Okay, and then right below, just scroll down, we'll create another function public static void check picture, and we'll pass the picture okay. Alright, I made a mistake here. Alright, the function's name are matched. Now let's go back to the create file. We will finish this function. We will create the object called stream writer equal new stream writer, and then we have to pass the path, and then we can set the encoding. I will set it to false, and then we have to loop through all of the pictures, picture being fits, and then we will write information about this certain picture, which will be writer.writeLine, and then we will take the p.name plus, by default, if the file doesn't exist, that means the player has not played our game yet, so we will set all of the pictures equal to 0. After writing all of the information about all of our pictures, we have to close the writer.close, and then I will put the debug message. New file created. Okay. Right. Go now to the check pictures, and in the check picture function, the check picture will actually check the certain picture, and it will check for this value from our ini file. So first thing we will create is string line. This variable will store the line read from the file, and then we will use the object called stream reader. We name it file is equal to new stream reader, and then path. Okay. Remember, to write something to the file, you use the stream writer, and to read from the file, you use the stream reader. Alright, and then I will put everything in the while loop. So in the while loop, we will put line equal to file dot read line. And then if the file.read line is not equal to null, what this line is doing is just reading the line from the file, and then it's checking if the line is not equal to null, because if the line is equal to null, that means we have reached the end of the file and there is nothing more to read. Okay, so we're gonna read the whole file inside this while loop. Then inside this loop we will do try, and then I will create the array of the string word is equal to line dot split, just one apostrophe here. We're gonna save our picture in the ini file like name equals 0. What this line is doing is just gonna split this name based on this equal sign. Everything from this line before the equal sign will be read to the word variable at the position 0, because the word is a string, is a array, and then everything after equal sign, which is 0, will be read at the position 1. So we can do like that: if word is equal to word 0, so if the name is equal to picture dot name, then we will create another variable int number, and then if int dot try parse word 1 out number, okay. The int try parse, this function is actually try to convert the string value to the integer. Okay, we're putting the int here and we want to store the result in the number, and then picture dot locked is equal to number, right? The picture dot locked, it's not recognized because we don't have this variable inside the picture class yet, but we will add it in a minute. And based on this locked variable, we will display the green mark on the top or not. And then catch, we have to push the catch here, but we will not put anything in. Okay, let's first of all go to the picture class. Just go on the picture and press F12. We have to add the variable here, which is the public int locked, and then we will set get and set, right? The getter and setter let us set this value or get this value. Okay, let's save this class, go back to the config, and as you can see, the picture locked is okay now. Right, let's save this class, go at the bottom and put another function in, which is public static void, and then we have to actually store if the picture has been completed. Picture completed, right? And we're gonna pass the name. And then if the picture has been completed, what we're gonna do, we're gonna read the whole content of the file, string text is equal to file dot read all text, and then path. We're gonna check if the text contain name. Okay, we're gonna check if actually the file contains the name of the picture. We will set the text is equal to text plus name plus, okay, text is equal to text dot replace, and then we will pass the name of the picture plus 0. Okay, we're gonna replace the 0 with 1. That's pretty much it. It's very simple. And then what we have to do, we have to store the results back to the file, which is the file, write all text, path, and then text. And then I will put the debug log, picture completed. Okay, let's save it. Inside our game, we will be able to actually reset the progress. So when you complete all of the pictures, the player will be able to actually restart all of the values from 1 to 0 by pressing one button, which will be present in the settings. So we will need a function to do that. Let's because we are in this file, let's add it straight away. Public string void reset picture. Okay, and then if file exists, okay, if there is a file, we want to put the string text is equal to file dot read all text from the path, and then text is equal to text replace. We basically want to replace the 1 with the 0. Okay, and we want to write back the results. Write all text. Okay, just remember to, if I've made a mistake, it shouldn't be string here, it should be static. Okay. Okay, let's save everything. Right, our class is completed for saving our data progress. Now we have to call specific function from our game. So let's save everything, and then first of all we have to call this load pictures, and this function will be called from the menu select. Okay, so inside the menu select we will first at the start, after adding the pictures to the list, we will call config dot load pictures, and now we have to pass the list of the pictures, which is this one. Okay, go back to the config. The next function picture completed. This function need to be called whenever we completed the picture. We will call this function actually from the game manager. If you remember from previous episodes, in one of the episodes we have added this command save results here, which means if we didn't give up, if we have not pressed the give up button inside our scene, then that means we have solved the picture, and then we want to store the results here. So let's put the config dot picture completed, and then we want to put the picture name. Because our picture name is like cube, we will actually want to get the folder name where the picture sits. So the folder name will be our picture name. Okay, we want to pass this folder name here. Let's save. The one more thing which we have to do is inside our menu select class we have to create another variable to store the tick graphic. I will create the public game object, and I will call it tick. This tick will be displayed whenever we solve the picture. And then inside our start function, what we're gonna do is right at the bottom we loop again through this list of the pictures, and then we will check if the p.log logged, this is the variable which we have created recently, is equal to 1. That means if the puzzle has been solved, then we will instantiate the new game object. I will call it temp, and then temp is equal to, we're gonna cast the game object, and I will use the function instantiate tick and then position vector 3 is need to be the position of the picture, so p.transform .position .x, p.transform .position .y, and then p.transform .position I'm sorry, it's not the position z of the picture, we want to display it in the front of it, so it's gonna be minus 1.0 f. Okay, and then we need to set the rotation, which gonna be new quaternion, and I'll pass value 0, 0. Okay, we need to pass the four zeros, not the 3, because it's a quaternion. Okay, and then of course we want to set the scale, temp.transform .position .local scale, sorry, temp.transform .local scale is equal to new vector 3, and then I will scale it down to 0.5 f, 0.5 f, and 0, 0 f. Actually, by looking at this code, we are repeating this for each. I think I will put everything in one for each loop. So I will take this one out, and I will move this f statement over here. Okay, so first we're gonna check if the picture has been locked, and then we're gonna check if the picture name list already contained the picture, and then we're gonna add this picture to the list. Okay, let's save this one. Then what we want to do is we want to go back to our Unity, then go to the scene folder, just choose the menu select. We have our tick object here, so first thing we need to create the new prefab inside the prefab folder with the tick icon. Just go to the resource folder, then go to the icon, buttons, and then you have your tick here. Just drag this tick inside this hierarchy. Okay, we have our tick created, and then go to the prefab folder and drag this tick from here back to the prefab folder, right, and we have our prefab created. Just delete this tick from this hierarchy, and then we have our prefab here, and then go to the main camera, take this tick and drag and drop it inside this on this tick variable. Okay, go to the scene, and then we want to do the same for the menu select 2. Just save the scene, and then on the menu select 2 we want to put this prefab, the tick value in. Okay, let's save the scene. Okay, let's go to the main menu. Okay, we have to now test if our code is working fine. So as you may remember that we have created the developer flag inside our game scene. So open the game scene, and then on the main camera we have this developer mode. If it's ticked, then that give up flag inside the where we're checking if the picture has been solved is ignored. So we're gonna save the results in the ini file, even if we press the give up button. Okay, let's just try it. Go back to the main menu. I will save the scene, whatever it wants to save. Okay, let's press play, press City London Hall, press start, then give up, and then go to the main menu, press play, and as you can see, the tick is on the top of this file, of this picture. Okay, then try another one. Let's say Blackpool, start, give up. Okay, choose picture, The black pool is here. So the file has been created, and everything is working fine. Just to show you the location where the file is created, go to the scene folder, right click and show in the Explorer. Okay, and then go one folder above, and as you can see here we have our ini file created. Okay, we can edit it, and then London Eye is 0, but the Blackpool Beach is 1, and then City Hall is 1. If we, let's say, set everything to 1 here, we can actually hack this game. If we save it now, and if we go back to the Unity and then start the game, as you can see we have all of the ticks ready. On the Android devices it's not easy actually to edit this ini file, but in case our player will be hacked too much of our game, we can actually store this result in the binary file, but this is something for the later tutorials. So everything is working as expected. In the next tutorial we're gonna add actually these settings where you will be able to restart the progress, and we're gonna add the about scene. And from the game's perspective, that's gonna be the last thing which we have to do. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next tutorial.